These are some of the bees involved in the attack last week. Others came from a hive inside a water meter along Turnersville Road in Creedmoor. Bee expert Walter Schumacher was hired to remove them.
But these guys are already coming out to bump into us, to tell us that this is their territory and that this is their hive and that we should go away.
The swarm apparently was stirred up by a lawnmower.
And then that fueled the second beehive to attack. So he got kind of caught in a crossfire, a perfect little storm of bees.
At the time, a crew with Travis County ESD 11 was already on an emergency run. Lieutenant Adon Torres says when dispatch diverted them, they knew it had to be bad.
That's not something that normally happens.
When they arrived, a man was in the middle of the road covered with bees.
As soon as we recognize that, it's you grab him, I'll grab the line, let's get him out of here.
There was no time to fully gear up. Fireman Greer Hillis only got part of his mask on.
I didn't see a lot of the bees. I was really kind of focused on him.
But once we had moved him over, you can see bees all on his face. You can see them all inside the collars of his shirt and on his arms.
The bees then swarmed Hillis.
I know as soon as I picked him up to move him, they landed on my mask and I had zero visibility. I mean, completely covered.
Lieutenant Torres only had one option.
I could see the swarm grow in size and then land on my firefighter. And I immediately turned the hose over to him in order to get the bees off of him so he could actually move the patient away.
They didn't even bat an eye. They just threw the doors open and jumped out and saved this guy.
Battalion Chief Jason Pack is amazed how his team reacted.
You know, in my 16 years of service, it's probably one of the most selfless acts I've had the pleasure of witnessing.
With the bees dispersed, paramedics were finally able to reach the man. They had been kept at bay by the swarm. They brought him into the back of the ambulance and he went into full cardiac arrest. They were able to revive him and save his life. Now, this is the time of year that bees are extremely active, and there are a couple of things to remember if you ever have an encounter.
What a person should do is shield their eyes, because honeybees attack from the periphery. They don't attack here.
Protecting your eyes, according to Schumacher, keeps you from going down. And don't swat at them, because that only agitates the bees.
Go to a car door and get in. If there's 10 bees or 20 bees that follow you, they've either already stung you or they're only going to sting you one time. But the 150 to 2,000 that are outside aren't going to be able to get in.
The remaining bees at the house will be removed on Thursday.